Hello everyone, this is Ziki here and I hope you're all doing very well. Now, CCC spokesperson Fadzai Mahere was in Geneva where she delivered a speech that is now going viral on social media. We have seen a lot of people have come out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere around, around Africa. I have seen it making news in some other international media where she spoke about human rights, abuses in Zimbabwe, where she spoke about political intimidation and other aspects. But then we saw other quarters coming out to say, well, what Fadzai Mahere said was very shameful for her to stand in front of the world tarnishing the image of a country. And we've also seen like human rights activist Abigail Mpambi coming out to say, well, the government should quickly enact the patriotic bill to stop people from trash talking the country. Okay. She also said, well, Fadzai Mahere exaggerated in some of the things that he said in Geneva. I'm going to let you watch, the speech by Fadzai Mahere. But of course, Rutendo as well. He came out to say, well, that was very, very, shameful on Fadzai's part to speak like that, And also they spoke about how Fadzai was feeling proud of herself while the white people were applauding for her, tarnishing the image of your own country. I don't know. Let me know what you think. My name is Ziki, and until I come back again, please subscribe and stay so that you don't miss on this and more. But for now, let's watch the speech that is going viral on social media.
Thank you, Halal. 2 years ago, I woke up in a maximum security prison in Zimbabwe with no toilet, no water, and no underwear. Inmates ate watery porridge with our hands because we were not permitted spoons. Before lights off, we had to line up in queues for roll call. Groups A, B, C, or D. D was for dangerous. And even though the other women there had committed murder, armed robbery, and infanticide, I was put in the dangerous group, all because of a tweet. So it might surprise you that after repeated arrests and wrongful imprisonment, I've come here today to the UN, optimistic, because the crackdown now taking place in Zimbabwe is a sign that we're winning. Even within his own party, Mr. Mnangagwa is weak. Their own intelligence tells them that the opposition will win this election in the coming summer. I'm the national spokesperson for the Citizens Coalition for Change, the country's main opposition party. Because we dare to challenge the system, I've been arrested repeatedly. My car has been smashed 4 times. I survived an armed robbery on my house. And then in 2021, local police slammed into a bus and hurt a baby. I remember seeing a video of the mother carrying a pale, limp baby, crying, grabbing the police officer by the collar, crying, "He killed my baby." I tweeted against this egregious act of police brutality. I said, this is rogue policing. It's a disproportionate and unconstitutional use of force. No baby should die because of police brutality. And by the time I tweeted about it, it had already gone viral. But they arrested me anyway, and that's how I ended up in the country's maximum security prison. I was charged with communicating falsehoods prejudicial to the state, and I learned firsthand how the government would manipulate the law for their own gain. The magistrates and prosecutors had no regard whatsoever for my fair trial rights. They refused to admit the baby of the mother and the dead baby. They called me a liar. They said the baby wasn't dead. I faced a potential 20-year prison sentence because of my tweets. I'm free for now, but in Zimbabwe, nobody is truly yet free. And so I'm here today to let the world know that Zimbabwe is currently reeling under a dictatorship much worse than Robert Mugabe. Almost half the population live under extreme poverty because those in power would rather loot and persecute than lead. The government's war against freedom and its weaponization of the law against myself and other government critics, journalists, and civic society members, including Job Sikala and Jacob Ngarivume, who are still in wrongful detention, are calculated to send a chilling message to the rest of society. We're watching you, even on Twitter, and this is what you get: punishment for participating in opposition politics. Now, I wouldn't risk my life and freedom if I didn't sincerely believe that change is possible. Courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. It means that you act in spite of your fear because you believe in a greater cause. And I choose courage. This summer, Zimbabweans go to the ballot box with one simple mission: to win Zimbabwe for change, to install ethical, competent leaders who believe in freedom, dignity, and prosperity for the many and not just the few. It is difficult, but we have to emancipate the jewel of Africa from the imprisonment of its current dictatorship. Hope and action are the sustenance for those who change the world. Thank you.